Vladimir Putin says that there are details still to be ironed out before he'll back a ceasefire. A hard line from the Russian leader, a blow to the White House.
A lot of the details of a final agreement have actually been discussed. Now we're going to see whether or not Russia's there, and if they're not, it'll be a very disappointing moment for the world.
Poland's president tells the BBC he wants US nuclear weapons on Polish soil to keep Russia at bay. And an American influencer who snatched a baby wombat from its mother leaves Australia after facing a high-profile backlash.
Tonight at 6, President Trump calls talks with Russia over a Ukraine ceasefire good and productive, but Moscow is cautious. The situation seems to be moving, says President Putin, but the situation is complicated.
Meanwhile, G7 countries express unwavering support for Ukraine and threaten further sanctions against Russia.
Moi, Mark Carney, je jure fidélité et sincère allégeance.
Mark Carney is sworn in as Canada's next Prime Minister and warns Canada will never be part of the US.
Former Bank of England Governor Mark Carney has been sworn in as Canada's new Prime Minister. He replaces Justin Trudeau after a victory in last week's leadership election. At his swearing-in, he reaffirmed Canada's sovereignty.
We will never, ever, in any way, shape, or form, be part of the United States. America is not Canada. Look at the ceremony we just had. You could not have had that ceremony. You would not have that ceremony in America.
Also coming up on The World Today, another step towards driverless cars, but how will they adapt to Britain's distinctive rural landscape?
Former Filipino President Rodrigo Duterte has appeared in court accused of crimes against humanity. The charges relate to alleged death squads used in a crackdown against illegal drugs. The 79-year-old appeared in The Hague via video link from custody. If convicted, he faces life in prison.